No, this is private. I have a new set, less flashy this time. You were right, it works better. I can't wait for this opening. I've never dreamed of making art together with you. Here we are, and it's all I could have wanted. Will this storm ever run out of rain? How can two people who once loved each other so fully, so profoundly, drift so far apart? My husband barely speaks to me anymore. He just slithers in and out of his study, obsessively working on one failed painting after another. He won't even sleep with me anymore. I can tell he's disgusted by me. The look he gave me the other day. That pathetic, hurtful look. A combination of shame, guilt, and repulsion. I've come to realize that I've become a monster in my husband's eyes. It feels like nothing a woman should ever experience. Still, being the good wife that I am, I decided to realize my husband's fantasy. If he thinks me a monster, I will sure as hell act the part.
Watch him drown.
Dear sir or madam, we must kindly, albeit strongly, urge you to keep your voices down during the night. Your marital problems, while regrettable, are a private matter and should remain that way. They are certainly of no concern to us, and especially our children. Please, consider that not everyone is a freelance artist. Some of us have to get up early and work for a living. We need our sleep. We must also warn you that if things continue the way they are now, we will be forced to call the police.
My home is my castle. Locked inside, I am safe.
Felt as if it wasn't my hand that wrote the letters when using it.
What we witness today, while entirely worthless in artistic terms, might be an invaluable case study for psychologists. These harsh words came from none other than Jason Hughes. The famed critic was one of the first to appreciate the works of, and whose praise once contributed to his first spectacular success. When asked if such brutal criticism was indeed called for, especially in light of the recent tragic events, Hughes responded, quote, "As critics, it is our duty to critique art, but not to judge the artist. The man has been through a lot lately, and obviously it has taken its toll on him. Still, if we were to remain silent and pretend this is even remotely acceptable, we would be doing the artist a disservice." Other critics were only slightly more lenient, as the
The thought alone that the most beautiful piece of art doesn't have my name on it is killing me. So, will you marry me?
in an unexpected experimental streak in his usually conservative endeavors, Thomas Caldwell hosted an extraordinary exhibition opening in his gallery. Quote, "This is a great day for me and my wife," said in the opening speech. Quote, "For us, this is not only an exhibition, this is how we want to live our life. Music accompanies my paintings just as she will accompany me in the future." It is rumored that after the exhibition, some kind of arrangement was set between Caldwell and
I have a responsibility. Finish it! Linen will do. Anyone can paint on a linen canvas. I am not anyone. First, I looked for a canvas. Not just any canvas. I had to find a knife. Not one of those bread ones. It needed to be as sharp as a razor, so I used a razor, in fact, and then carefully flayed the skin. Booze helped keep my hand steady.
Prosthesis snatchers, insatiable bastards. Can't afford a new one. Why the damn leg?
First, I looked for a canvas. Not just any canvas. I had to find a knife. Not one of those bread ones. It needed to be as sharp as a razor, so I used a razor, in fact, and then carefully flayed the skin. Booze helped keep my...
Moths drawn to the... I had the most...
I hereby resign from service as maid in house.
I can't stand seeing you like this. You're not well. You were sweating and shaking all night, and now there you are locked in your workshop as usual. This whole tortured artist nonsense has got to stop.
It's not like I'm some drunkard. I know how to handle my liquor.
You keep the fire in your office just to stop me, don't you? You hate me that much? Push me away.
freezing, for God's sake.
Mince mice, chunky, crunchy, carcasses starving me out, constantly simple.
All I asked for was an edible meal. At least one that had any taste at all. This is my house. You can't keep locking me in. You're so afraid of fire. How can you cut off the means of escape? Suddenly, everything I find relaxing is a fire hazard. Defy the flames. Finish it!
Here are the calculations you asked for. You need to also include the cost of lamps for every room.
I don't care how much it costs. She's afraid of fire. We will have electricity, and that is that.
Let's talk about the symbolic aspects of your work.
I'd rather not.
Why is that?
A symbolism is a word that gets thrown around a lot, usually when people don't really know what to make of you. The worst question you could possibly ask me is, what did you mean by that? If it was that simple, I wouldn't have painted it. I would have just told you. Of course, we can talk in general about themes that have always inspired me. Duality, conflict. I think that all art revolves around some sort of struggle. Whether or not we're able to see it, of course, is an entirely different matter. The life of painting, the soul. I need it. I need it to be perfect, striking, vibrant life. Life, fire! Why did you stop? That tune was perfect. Honey, please, just a little longer. At least until I finish painting this one part. Oh, don't make me beg.
Here are the calculations you asked for. You need to also include the cost of lamps for every room.
I don't...
It's been a while. It took me 6 months to be able to hold a pen again. 6 long and painful months. But I finally did it. It still hurts, but the pain is just bearable enough for me to jot down a few lines. Oh, the things we take for granted. Wow, that's deep. I mean, I've seen you in my house so many times, and yet I could never find the courage to face you directly. Not at
Lice, mice, bald, bloody spots, hair, not mine. Where are the scissors?
Oh, stop looking at me like that. It's just a little something to help me focus on my work, that's all.
Nothing. They're getting smart. I always loved painting blood.
Is this the right door for you?
You always wanted to have a huge garden. Green calmed your nerves, you said. Is this the right door for me? No excuses, no accidents, no weakness. Just fire from the depths of your soul. Finish it! Come to that. But here we are. I will protect myself. Since my last letter, things only got worse. Yesterday, a stool broke underneath me. My cup stuck to a kitchen table. We need new servants. But these people are so lazy. It's like nobody wants to work anymore. Why can't you understand? I'm working in here! I swear if I'm interrupted one more time, I thought it would be harder. It should be harder. Bones shouldn't break so easily.
He looked so delicious when the flame burned him out.
The only thing that could make her smile. I needed to remove the flesh from the bone. At first, I was lost as to how, but then I sawed it off with a handsaw, boiled it, then put the bone in a mortar. I had to get one, obviously. This was not something I'd done before.
Finally, I mixed the dust with some white paint. It made for a lovely undercoat.
Honey, what in the world are you doing? What did the doctor say about straining yourself? Leave that thing alone. It's not going anywhere.
How can two